Welcome to Trading Lounge and the US indices, and starting with the S&P 500 here. On the daily chart, we've got wave 3 here, wave 4 here, and we're going up for wave 5 over here, and we're looking for 5 waves within that structure. So wave 1 and 2 here, then up for wave 3 here, 4 and 5, and in wave 3 here, from wave 2 to wave 3, we're looking for 5 waves here, labeled in blue here, 1 and 2, and then up for 3, 4 and 5, and then in this third wave here we're looking for 5 waves, which we've got 1 and 2 and 3 here, and 4 here and 5 here. So wave 3 here down to wave 4 here, we're looking for a correction of an A wave, a B wave and a C wave for wave 4 that can pull back to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree, and that's what we need to go in here and talk about now. We've had a sharp move down based on interest rate fears, good for the economy, bad for the markets. So in this case here we're looking at wave 3 here with an A wave, a B wave and a C wave here. For wave 4, it can pull down to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree here, and the thing here is that the move down through here on the cash market, the physical market, I can count 5 waves down, but on this program here I can only count really 3 waves down. So we've got a little bit of a problem there. To overcome that is that if the market finds support on 29.10 here, 29.10, a nice solid support on that, then we know that we can go long from that point and we'll be going up into the 3000 area. That's the way, it's the only way I can solve it, the most simplest way. So here, as you can see on the hourly chart, it looks like there's 1 and 2 and 3 here and 4 and 5. So it looks like there's just one wave here, and well, not one wave but 5 waves, making 1 wave, and 2 and 3 here. So it's possible that we've got a high wave 4 here, and that we can move down for one more move down into this space here before moving to the upside. So that's why getting support on 29.10 would be helpful to the upside. So normally if it was going to move up, we would see the arrival, we would see the reaction from the supply zone, we would see this move a bit higher to the second supply zone, and then eventually build support on here. So these highs here would be the catalyst for any move to the upside here. On the downside here, we could only look to go short below the 61.8% mark. So if you take wherever that high is here, and that may not be finished, you'll need to wait for that high to come in place. You'll only know that it's in place if the market moves down. If it moves down into the 50-60% sort of area here, it's going to find support here. But if that 50-60% retracement level becomes the retested resistance, then you can look to short from that point there. I know that's a little bit, so it's a bit of a rock and a hard place within the space here, but as I mentioned, it does appear to have 3 waves here, and a C wave should have 5. The only way that can fit in is if the little wave 1 and 2 is in here. So we just need to be mindful about that. And also for the tech stocks, the Nasdaq here, we're looking at this here, same thing here as well, with wave 3 over here, wave 4 here, and we're looking for higher ground here for wave 5 here. So we're not finished with this just yet, but this particular move down here, we were looking at wave 1 and 2 here. We're looking for a move up into wave 3 here. So we can put that's made a new high here, so we can put that wave 5 here and that wave 3 here. Now just to point something out on the and that wave 4 can come back to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree, which is in here. Now the thing here is that with the S&P 500, if I can just copy that, we've got blue wave 3 sitting over here on this one here, but that would only make that 3 waves up here for that, and that's possible, yeah, we were looking at this being wave 4 and this moving up. So Yes, there's that slight difference between this market and the S&P 500. So we need to take that on board, and let's go in and have a look at this here on the intraday chart, the 4-hour chart here. So as I mentioned, we've got wave 3 here, but it's possible for whatever reasons that for the S&P reasons that wave 3 is over here, and then if this is wave 3 over here, this would make an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave down here. In this case here too, as you can see, we've only got well, pretty much, and we've only got this move down, a corrective move, and then this move down. So it's likely we've got 3 waves here as well. So it's possible that this can move up into this space here and then move down into this space here. So in going long here, of course you don't want to miss anything. In going long here, nice tested support on 7,550, and we need that first high above the level there for as a reference point. If I can just move that across here, that would be a reference point to go along. Otherwise, we should expect this to move down here. I can count it down if I go to the hourly chart here. I can count this from the top here, wave 3 is an A wave, a B wave, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for a C wave here. So it's possible that this could be finished here, but I don't want to call a low in without any evidence, and the first part of the evidence would be seeing 5 waves to the upside, which we don't have yet, and then we would need that reference point high here too, and you can move in over this side, but that's that 750 area here would give that. So we're still really in bearish mode here, and this also could turn into 5 waves. So as I've got it here in 3 waves so far, if we took it in line with the S&P 500, we may need to look at this as wave 3 here and wave 4 here. So looking for another move down here in terms of wave 1 here, and this can also be an A and a B and a C for the B wave to sit over here as well in this case. So this B wave can sit over here quite comfortably, and if that's the case, then it would still leave this down as 1 and 2 and 3 here. So that means that we would look for wave 4 to come down into this space here, and then an A and a B and a C back up to here, and then down here as well. So there's a few things that can play out here. I'm just going to remove these guys here. So you know the focus really should be on looking at the rallies to the upside, but we're not going to go long unless we get that 7,000. I'll just clean that up there a little bit and make it simple. Oopsie daisy. Get rid of that first. So support on there, and I will just make this a little bit clearer here. That's the pattern that we're looking for here. So just grab this over here. Don't need that. So this is probably the likely pathway here, but if this occurs on this level here, then we can go long from this point here. So we need to really see if we get 5 waves down here or 3 waves down here. So we're protected if we go long here, right? But otherwise, we can expect this market to come down lower here towards the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree here. So we can put that in here. I mean, the most important number with all the, if the 500 becomes the resistance, then we need to look at 300 here. Okay. All right, I'm just going to leave it at that. Pretty short and sweet at this stage, but we need to see the completion of this particular structure down before we can call it in here. And if we do get 5 waves down here, just by the by, if we do get 5 waves down here, then we would need to would need to look at this here as wave C here, wave B over here, and this is wave 3 over here, and wave A over here, and we count, I'll leave those here, but and we count 5 waves. I'll move that out of the way. We'll put that wave 4 here, so then we'll count 5 waves down here for wave C here, and then move up from that point. So it's really a game of tactics at this particular stage, and yeah, so I'll leave it at that. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in, much appreciated, cheers.